Welcome, incredible mysteries viewers, to a case that has haunted the cold, unforgiving landscape of New Hampshire for over 2 decades. A promising young woman, a mysterious car crash, and an abrupt, baffling vanishing act that defies explanation. Tonight, we plunge into the terrifying enigma of the disappearance of Maura Murray, college student gone without a clue, Part 1, A Life Unraveling, A Journey Unexplained. Her name was Maura Murray, a bright, athletic 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She seemed to have a promising future. But beneath the surface, cracks had begun to appear in her meticulously crafted life. The days leading up to February 9, 2004, were marked by a series of increasingly strange and unsettling events. A few days prior, Maura was involved in a peculiar car accident, damaging her father's vehicle near midnight. Days later, she had another minor collision in a different car. Then, on February 9th, she made a series of cryptic phone calls. She searched for directions to the Berkshires and Burlington, Vermont. She emailed her professors and work supervisor, claiming a family emergency and stating she'd be gone for a week. There was no family emergency. She packed a backpack, a few items of clothing, and retrieved documents from her dorm. She also took out all the money she had, roughly $280. What prompted this sudden, seemingly desperate, and deceptive departure? Was she fleeing something, running to someone? Or was this the start of a journey only she understood? Whatever her intention, Maura left her dorm that afternoon, driving her black 1996 Saturn. Her path led her north, deep into the isolated White Mountains of New Hampshire, a region of rugged beauty and unforgiving wilderness. A place where the outside world feels impossibly far away. Part 2, The Crash, The Witness, and the Vanishing Act. Around 7:30 p.m. on February 9th, the unthinkable happened on Route 112 in Woodsville, New Hampshire. Maura's Saturn veered off the road, crashing into a snowbank. The airbags deployed, the car was damaged, but seemingly not beyond repair. A local school bus driver, Butch Atwood, was driving home when he spotted the crashed vehicle. He stopped, offering help. What happened next would become a pivotal and maddeningly ambiguous piece of the puzzle. Atwood later recounted that Maura seemed coherent but distraught. She repeatedly declined his offer to call the police, insisting she had already done so. She urged him not to call them. He left, heading home to make the call from his landline, as cell service was non-existent in that area. Atwood called the police. Approximately 10 minutes later, a New Hampshire State Police officer, Sergeant Cecil Smith, arrived at the scene. He found the black Saturn, but Maura Murray? She was gone, vanished. The car was locked, the keys reportedly gone, a box of wine on the passenger seat, some of her belongings inside, some scattered, but of the driver, there was no trace. In those crucial minutes between Atwood's departure and Smith's arrival, Maura Murray had simply evaporated into the cold, New Hampshire night. Part 3, The Immediate Aftermath and Baffling Clues. The immediate aftermath was a flurry of activity, quickly turning into a desperate search. Police combed the area around the crash site. Search and rescue teams, dogs, and helicopters scoured the dense, snow-covered woods. They found no tracks leading away from the car beyond a few yards, no signs of a struggle, no discarded items. It was as if Maura had simply ceased to exist at that spot. The scant clues only deepened the mystery. Inside the car, police found a rag stuffed into the tailpipe, a bizarre detail suggesting an attempt to get the vehicle started, or perhaps a warning sign. Missing from the car were Maura's cell phone, credit cards, and cash. Her favorite stuffed monkey, a small bottle of liquor, and a few pieces of clothing were found inside, but her backpack was never definitively located. Days later, a disturbing phone call was placed to Maura's father from a Sprint calling card. A distressed voice, believed to be Maura's, was heard. But the call suddenly cut out. Was it her? Was someone else involved? This single, tantalizing clue only compounded the enigma, leading to endless speculation and frustrating dead ends for investigators and a desperate family. Part 4. The dominant theories, shadows, and suspicions. With so few answers, the case became a magnet for theories, each more haunting than the last. Theory 1. Foul play. This is the most chilling. The idea that Maura, disoriented after the crash, might have accepted a ride from a stranger who then abducted or harmed her. The isolation of Route 112, particularly at night, makes this a terrifying possibility. The lack of struggle at the scene could imply coercion or that she was incapacitated before being taken. The numerous unsolved disappearances and murders on secluded roads often follow this grim pattern. Theory 2. Planned disappearance. Did Maura, for reasons unknown, intentionally vanish? Her unusual behavior in the days prior, the strange phone calls, the false family emergency, the cash withdrawal, suggests a degree of premeditation. But if so, why crash her car so conspicuously, and why leave behind personal items? Theory 3. Getting lost in the woods. Suicide. The New Hampshire woods are vast and unforgiving, especially in winter. Could Maura, disoriented or injured, have wandered off into the wilderness and succumbed to the elements? Or, battling personal demons, did she intend to end her life, choosing the remote woods as her final resting place? However, extensive searches by experienced teams have yielded no remains or definitive traces. Compounding these theories are persistent whispers of a conspiracy. Were local law enforcement less than thorough in the critical initial hours? Was there a delay in reporting the incident or securing the scene? Could someone connected to the community, perhaps with influence, have been involved and protected? The lack of solid leads, despite immense public interest and tireless efforts from the family, has fueled a deep distrust in the official handling of the case. Part 5. The enduring legacy. The unanswered questions. Over 20 years have passed since Maura Murray vanished. Her family, particularly her father Fred, has dedicated their lives to finding answers, enduring countless false leads, hoaxers, and the agonizing silence of the unknown. Her disappearance has become a touchstone in the true crime community, a case dissected by armchair detectives and professional investigators alike. The lack of concrete evidence, no body, no consistent witnesses beyond the crash, no definitive last trace, makes the Maura Murray case one of the most frustrating and haunting unsolved mysteries of our time. It's a stark reminder of how quickly a life can unravel and disappear, leaving behind only speculation and an agonizing void. Will the truth ever emerge from the cold, silent woods of New Hampshire? What do you believe happened to Maura Murray on that fateful night? Was it foul play, a planned vanishing, or something else entirely swallowed by the vast wilderness? Share your theories in the comments below. And if you dare to explore more untold stories from the shadows of the past, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Incredible Mysteries for more journeys into the unknown.